Now let us move on to another numerical problem on engineering mechanics by Professor Timosenko, Professor D.H. Young, Director J.V. Rao, and Professor Sukumar Pati. Let me, before I proceed, let me wish a happy Diwali to all the subscribers of Devkunj classes. Now problem set 2.3, solution to 2.30. And the statement of the problem, two smooth circular cylinders, each having weight 445 Newton. If you look at the figure, this one and this one, they are having weight 445 Newton. Weight is vertically downward. And the radius of this one and this one are 152 millimeter, are connected at their centers. These two are connected at the centers from A to B by a string of length L, string AB of length L, and it is given as 406 millimeter. And both the cylinders rest upon a horizontal plane. These two rest on this is the horizontal plane. Supporting these two are supporting above them another cylinder, a third cylinder of weight Q is equal to 890 Newton. And the radius of this one is 152 millimeter. Means the radius of all the three cylinders are identical, but the weights are not identical. These two have the same weight. This has a different weight. Find the forces S in the string and pressures produced on the floor at the points of contact D and E. What is the pressure here? What is the pressure here? Means the reaction force. And in the string, what will be the tension? So, let me go quickly. What is given? The W. Weight of this is W, weight of this is W, given as 445 Newton. Weight of the third one, this cylinder having the same radius as this, has a weight 890 Newton. And the length of the string from A to B, AB is 406 millimeter. And the radius of each cylinder is 152 mm. And what is to be found out? The tension force developed in the string AB connecting these two cylinders, and the reaction force at D and the reaction force at the point E, the point of contact E, the point of contact D. Now, since AB is a string, therefore the equal and opposite tension force will act away from A and B. Means for this one it will act this way, and for this one it will act this way. Both will be equal and opposite. So I have redrawn the diagram in a better way for better understanding. Now if you look at, let F and G be the point of contact of these two cylinders. F is the point of contact between this cylinder and this cylinder. G is the point of contact between this cylinder and this cylinder. And the reaction force at F and here, the reaction forces is reaction force F is RF, and here the reaction force is RG. Let RF and RG be the two reaction forces acting normally at points of contact. Means RF is acting at point of contact F, RG is acting at the point of contact Z. All right. So just look at the diagram. I have connected here the reaction force RD is to this side. Here the reaction force RD is to this side. Here the reaction force RE is to this side. And the weight of this cylinder is acting downward, vertically downward, W, which is given. The weight of this cylinder is also W, which is acting vertically downward. passing to the point of contact. This is also passing to the point of contact. And here the reaction force RE is acting this side. Here the reaction force RD is acting to this side, both passing through their respective centers A and B. Here the reaction force RF. Here at the point of contact, reaction force RF is to this side for this cylinder and is to this side, same RF, equal and opposite. For this cylinder, it is to this side. Similarly, at the point of contact G, the reaction force RG. The reaction force RG. For this cylinder, it is to this side at this point of contact. For this cylinder, this RG at this point of contact for this cylinder is to this side. Now, if you look at the triangle, CAH, from A to B is L, there from A to H is L by 2. From A to C will be AF plus FC, that is equal to R plus R. So if this angle is alpha, this will be alpha symmetrical. So your cos alpha will be base over hypotenuse, that is AH over AC. So that is what I have shown here. So AB is equal to L, therefore AB is equal to HB is equal to L by 2, AC is equal to BC is 2 times the radius, cos alpha is AH over AC in triangle AHC. So L by 2 over 2R, that is L by 4R, value of L is given, value of R is given. So alpha can be found out, which will use this value of alpha while discussing the problem. Now if you look at on this cylinder, then the number of forces acting on it is 3. One to this side, and Q to this side. For this cylinder, 3 forces are acting. And for this cylinder, there are 4 forces. And for this cylinder also, there are 4 forces. How? For this cylinder, this is your W. This is your RF. This is your tension force S, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, there are 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 1 is RD for this cylinder, 1 is the reaction force RD, 1 is its weight W, 2 forces, 1 is S, and 1 is RF. There are 4 forces. Similarly, for this one is a reaction force RE, 1 is a W force weight, 1 is your RG, reaction force here, and 1 is your S. So for this cylinder also there are 4 forces. So let us begin with the cylinder which is having 3 forces. So it will be easy to apply Lami's theorem. So the free body diagram at the point C, that is the cylinder at the top. Cylinder at the top which is experiencing 3 forces, RF, RG and W. How this angle is alpha, I can show you here how this angle is alpha. I can show you here. At this point, if you draw a horizontal line, this angle is alpha, so this is also alpha. This angle is alpha, so this is also alpha. The alternate angle. This line is horizontal with AB, therefore this angle is same thing as this, that is alpha and alpha. This angle is same thing as this, that is alpha and alpha. So that is what I have shown here. So the free body diagram at point C looks like this. So let us apply Lami's theorem. So Q over this angle, Q over sine of this angle. This angle will be 180 minus 2 alpha. So Q over sine 180 minus 2 alpha will be RF over this angle, that is sine 90 plus alpha, is equal to RG over this angle, that is 180 minus alpha, 100 Rg over sine 90 plus alpha. This is 90, this is alpha. So Rg over sine 90 plus alpha. That is Lamy's theorem. Now, so if you cross multiply these two, you get Rf. If you cross multiply this with this, you get Rg, and both are equal to Q sine 90 plus alpha over sine 180 minus 2 alpha. That is sine 90 plus alpha is equal to your cos alpha. Sine 180 minus 2 alpha is sine 2 alpha. Now, the value of, so alpha I just explained, cos alpha is equal to L over 4R. So, alpha is equal to cos inverse L over 4R, put the value of L that is given, put the value of R that is given. With a scientific calculator, if you calculate, this comes out to be 48.105341 degree. If you convert it to minutes and seconds of arc, this exactly comes out to be 48 degrees 6 minutes 19.23 seconds of arc. So alpha is known. Now since alpha is known, if you put alpha here and value of Q here and alpha here, you get Rf and Rg. So from here, your Rf is equal to Rg by putting the value of Q as 890 Newton sine 2 times alpha, which we calculated, and cos of alpha, which we calculated. This comes out to be 597.897 Newton. That means these two are equal. These two reaction forces are equal. Now, the free body diagram at point A. Free body diagram at point A. That is, at this point, for this cylinder, there are four forces. But RD and W, they are in the same line. Means they are collinear. RD and W, they are collinear. So the free body diagram at A, for the cylinder with center A, there are four forces. And since reaction force at D and the W are in the same line, means collinear, let us assume that RD minus W acts upward to make it to keep the cylinder in equilibrium. So the four forces are now reduced to three forces for the cylinder with center A. So Lamy's theorem can be applied easily. So that is what I have shown here. These are the four forces acting on the cylinder with center A. This angle is alpha. This angle is alpha. How this angle is alpha? I can show you here. Now, if you draw a horizontal line, this angle is vertically opposite to this, so this will also be alpha. So that is what I have shown here. Now, so these are the four forces. Since RD and W are collinear, let the resultant RD minus W acts vertically upward to keep it in equilibrium. So I have redrawn the diagram with three forces. RD minus W from the point A vertically upward to this side is your tension force, to this side is your reaction force Rf, and this angle is alpha, which I explained. So there are three forces. Now you can apply Lamy's theorem. That is RD minus W over sine of this angle, and this angle is equal to 180 minus alpha. So RD minus W over sine 180 minus alpha is equal to S over sine of this angle, sine 90 plus alpha. Then RF over sine of this angle, that is 90. RF over sine 90, and sine 90 is equal to 1. So if you simplify this, RD minus W over sine 180 minus alpha is sine alpha. If you take with this, RF over sine 90 is 1, that is RF. So your RD minus W is given. So sine alpha comes here, RF sine alpha. Now alpha has been found out. So by making side change, your RD comes out to be by making the side changes, your RD comes out to be 445 plus RF sine 48 degrees 6 minutes. This was your alpha which was calculated. Now, put the value in a scientific calculator. This comes out to be 890.021 Newton. Again, if you take S over sine 90 plus alpha is RF with RF over sine 90 and cross multiply, your S comes out to be this much. Put the value of alpha, put the value of RF, and which we calculated, RF sine 90 plus alpha. So your S comes out to be 399.295 Newton. And due to symmetry, RE is equal to RD. The cylinders, they're symmetrically placed. Due to the symmetry, this RD here, and RE here will be equal. So, due to symmetry, RE is equal to RD, that is 890.021 Newton. Thank you.